So, the day that this is going to be published will be probably the morning of Thursday, the 1st of July. It's an important day for me, and an important day for Volk Gallery, which is based at the Keeler Centre in Dundee. It's an important day because my exhibition, Some Poems, opens today. Volk Gallery is a beautiful chrome vending machine, which during my exhibition at least will contain tape cassettes, 50 tape cassettes. Cost a very modest price of £3. If you pay £3, £3 coins, put them in the machine, you get the tape cassette. If you have a suitable device, you can then utilise the tape and listen to me read a few poems on side A. Side B has a kind of musical composition, collaborative work with me and Daniel O'Dempsey, Liverpool-based artist, also DJ graduate like myself. So the point of this video is it's the German Shepherd in the hallway. Point of this video is to kind of, mark the occasion, mark the opening, though there isn't a kind of private view or anything like that. There will, however, be the co-founders and curators, Elizabeth Day and Luke Greer, cutting a ribbon at 12 o'clock. So be there if you can for that. It's the unofficial ribbon cutting opening. I will not be there. Sadly, I'm self-isolating at the moment. A member of my household had a positive COVID test a few days ago, so I have to self-isolate here. Though I was never going to be there, to be honest, because I had work commitments which I couldn't really shake. So I was helping someone else out already on this date, so I couldn't come through for the ribbon cutting. But I will definitely be coming through in the next few weeks to see the vending machine for myself and to kind of just bask in the glory of it all, I've got the poster here. Excellent stuff. Thank you to Yala Rizo Printing Services, and also the poster designer, Luke Greer. Thanks very much, Luke. I'm going to read a few poems. Before I do, I'll show you a few other things that have been important, or just what I've been up to during my self-isolating the last few days. Thanks again, Luke. I reread this book. Don't know if it's going to be mirrored. It's mirrored on my MacBook anyway. And the hippos were boiled in their tanks. Collaborative work written by both William Burroughs and Jack Kerouac. And it's a fictional account of a true story, draws from a true story. Don't know, it depends how much you're interested in this movement of writers and this kind of thing. But the Beat movement was born from a murder, you could say. Someone called Lucien Carr, who had introduced Ginsberg to Kerouac, Burroughs, and I think Corso as well, had a stalker, Dave Kammerer, and he ultimately stabbed him to death and sunk his body, which drowned him. It wasn't the stabbing which killed him, it was the drowning. Drowned him in the Hudson River. It's a really interesting story, tragic story. Look into it. And then I read that in a few days, and now reading this, I'm really enjoying it so far. A Confederacy of Dunces. So, not much to add, but Pulitzer Prize winner in the 1981, I think. So far, so good. Anyways, without further ado, the game. They say he's getting old. They say he's losing it. But he's got the accolades. He knows the game. He doesn't need his legs because he can read it. He can read the game. The Pentlands. A vapor trail follows a jet, silently travelling across the sky. We use a dike with algae as a marker to keep us from getting lost. At the top of the hill, the vapor trail stretches the whole sky. Ahead of me, my favourite hill is like a stout thorn. Another short one. This is called The Barman. The barman poured beer all over my lap. Morning walk. Morning. Parting slush with my welly boots. August looks for dogs. The snow has stopped. The light has brightened. The sun reflects on the snow-covered tarmac through the clouds. It's very bright with all this white. August pads his way along, stopping to sniff bitches' scent in yellow snow. It's dulled slightly by the time we reach the canal. The temperature has dropped. We look. The water shimmers, brighter than usual. It reflects the sky above. Snowflakes are falling now, dusting the worn snow. It makes popping sounds from the shifting weight of my feet. My Instagram and my narcissism is an affliction. Frivolous curiosity disrupts what was previously still, depleting fleeting inklings of eternity. Luminous beings are we, not this crude matter, says Yoda. A new surplus of problems. Constantly looking at my phone. I delete the app to reduce my conflict after I post. We'll re-download it to post in the future, then delete it again. Users and feeds incessantly pumping out, pumping out, pumping out. Content, content, content. Unnecessary noise, noise, noise. Codependence, codependence, codependence. If I had sense, I would laugh and be done with it. My feet are numb. Slough with fog. People discussing poetry and poets so often sound like wallopers. Where do they get their haughty, cunty edge? A similar breed flail their ill-informed mediocrity when I'm trying to make my way to wash my brushes. Blocking my way in the hall, sometimes worming their way into my studio, full of sound and fury, signifying nothing. Sometimes they talk about concepts that they haven't apprehended, and it's as impossible as their contrived paintings. I think a black hole crushing them beyond existence is a good idea. Then I think they might have kids. Maybe their kid is a genius. We will save the black hole for another time. This one's, if you are exceptional. Challenge the systems of value that bind the masses together. Find your own standards and find your own rhythm. Nothing is more valuable than space to experiment like this. Do away with external stimulation. Do away with compromising and reconciling. Breathe the mountain air of extreme honesty. It's lonely not living among your equals, but it's so pure. Become who you are. Two more. Life isn't an apology. Free me from this pedantic existence. Spare me your life story. I'll make up something and cancel you from the face of this earth. I used to think smartphones were a leash. Now I think they're a noose. Here I am in the midst of modern mollycoddling, and I'm not bending any kind of way for these kooks. My small world isn't so stilted. Parts of it work. Mostly when I'm not carrying people. I strive to not be so conditioned, and I should be immune to praise and abuse. I remember I used to tread hopelessly as authenticity knocked at the window. Your flesh should be hanging off your skeleton, not hanging out your arse. Get thee to a nunnery. Life isn't an apology. Bugatti driving lover. Wear the gold diamond Gucci chain. That ought to move her. If you drive a Bugatti for her too, till she cries, lover. Gold diamond Gucci chain wearing, Bugatti driving lover. I must have you. Thanks for your time. Make sure you get your hands on a tape from Volk Gallery. Some poems. There's only 50. Thank you very much.